My little creamers, I'm back, and I'm so sorry I've been gone for so long. I have a lot on my plate, and I hope you really do understand. But if you want to talk to me more often and maybe get to request stories, you can join my Discord in the channels about. But besides that, if you want me to record stories, I would be happy to, but I also need to check, do I have any stories on that specific character, as I, don't have the time to watch new animes as of recently, but I will try if enough of you request a certain character. So, I hope you really do understand. The Discord channel is listed in my about, and yeah, I'm also sorry about how simplified the whole video is nowadays. It's because my iPad is broken and my laptop has been sent in for repairs. So if you don't mind, I'm really sorry about it. And yeah, I hope you understand, and let's get into the story. This is a Shinso X Listener written by me, Gingerly, titled, I'll Protect You Even From Yourself. Disclaimer, this has self-harm and suicidal thoughts, so if at any point you feel uncomfortable with it, please don't hesitate to stop watching and come back to it some other time, or not at all. The once peaceful moonlight grazed upon my fair skin as I slowly made my way out of the familiar, well-known dorms of 1A, wandering the school campus. When I made my way to the main building, I walked around for a bit, passing by 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, 3A, and so on, before arriving at the last door of the building, and the one that leads to my peaceful little place where I could be myself, as I soon pushed open the door, being met by cold and darkness. The lonely roof of UA welcomed me with its cold, lonely hands. Yes, the familiar feeling of my safe space embracing me. Honestly, no one really comes up here, so I'd be alone with me and my thoughts. God, why was I given this quirk? I mumbled to myself as I thought of wanting nothing more than to curse myself while ripping off my dark leather devil wings and tail. But I knew it would be useless, as they can't take away this curse. So I thought to myself, eyes gazing upon the once moonlit sky, why was I given this quirk devil? I can't help anyone. I don't have the ability to help anyone, only to curse them and do anything a sinner can, and nothing good. So I guess being treated like one came with the package. Huh. Well, but before I could come to a conclusion, a cold breeze broke my train of thought, sending a chill down my spine. As I looked down, finding nothing, I'd forgotten my coat. And not even a second later, I'm useless. The words rolled off my tongue so smoothly as if I found it normal. Well, not like I didn't, but to say. As soon hot tears rolled down my cheek, slowly increasing as insults targeted at me came from myself, flying out of my mouth. It felt as if I took daggers to my own heart, while the insults continued. Useless, a villain, you can never amount to anything. Cursed monster killer, you're not worth anything. A light thud echoed, cutting through the silence. As I dropped to my knees, my tears flowing like rivers, never ending nor truly stopping. My hands clenched onto the soft fabric of my PJs, mumbling to myself the words, not enough, not enough, the pain's not enough. Mumbling that to myself, I took out a small razor blade, smiling at it, knowing, well, I would feel better soon. As the blade started to graze my wrist and thighs atop the old and dry ones, while the pain slowly seeped in and blood slowly flowed out, dripping onto the concrete floor beneath me. I only stopped after making about 10-ish 20 cuts on each limb. Even so, I craved more. I craved more of the pain to continue. As I took out a small knife before taking off my shirt to reveal a bandage wrapping around tightly against my abdomen. Seeing this, I quickly unfurled it. First layer, clean. Second layer, dotted. Third, splashed. And fourth, the last layer, dyed a dark crimson. As it fell off completely, I revealed long scars so deep that you couldn't believe that a person do that to themselves. Yet some were dry, but some still fresh, causing it to sting as the breeze blew cold and strong. Just like that, I lost my sense of reason, wanting nothing but pain, the cold blade against my fragile skin. But as I placed it against it, ready to make a cut, when YN, what on earth are you doing? The sudden burst made my hand slip, causing the blade to cut in a bit too deep, creating a gash as blood leaked out of it. This time, the pain was too much, even for me to handle, enabling myself to lose my grip and inherently dropping the now blood-covered knife, my body along with it, as the pain grew, yet my body never hitting the floor as I fell, but instead was pulled into a warm, familiar embrace, turning to see none other than my fluffy, lilac-haired lover. As he yelled out, "Aizawa-sensei, I found her!" His voice shaky as he looked back at me. Reassuring me that I'd be okay. His cold, violet eyes gazed into mine as the glossiness of his tears caused the moonlight to reflect onto it. I lift up my hand, wiping away his tear, but leaving a bloody mark as I did so. Still smiling, a normal smile. With my normal, mellow expression. "Kitten, why didn't you tell me?" he said out of the blue, but I only smiled, not saying a thing. As my energy ran low and consciousness slipped, the door bursted open. "Shinso, bring her to recovery girl now. And put her unconscious or something. She's losing way too much blood." Hearing this, he looked at me before asking a simple question. "Do you still love me, YN?" I knew answering this would put me to sleep, so I did. "Yes, I do." My voice, shy of a whisper as the world turned black, my words slowly dimming. My eyes opened to the gentle warmth of the sunlight as I felt the familiar presence of my father's in the room. "Morning, Dad." I spoke raspily before stroking his soft black hair as my dad, Aizawa, woke up, lifting his head to see me, eyes puffy and red, compared to the once normally dried and almost crusty eyes I was used to. Seeing me, he jumped out of his seat and launched himself towards me, giving me a bear hug. His sudden action caused me to cry out in pain, Waking up, Papa, present Mike, as the door slowly opened, almost as if someone was cautious of my two fathers. To my surprise, it revealed Shinso. I tried to explain to both of them but they weren't taking any of it and dragged him out by the tail. When I let out my God move on them, my puppy dog face, they soon gave in and let him go, but Shinso walked up to me before mumbling a simple "I love you" against my lips, before pressing theirs against mine, not caring about who was in the room, waiting for me to melt into the kiss before breaking away and whispering in my ear, "I will protect you, even if you don't protect yourself, my little kitten." But as soon as he said this, he was dragged out of the room by the collar as my father, present Mike, yelled at him. And Aizawa sat next to me, comforting me and trying to calm me down. I wanted nothing more than to stay like this.